I saw the summer sun beat down on the mountains west of Tbilisi, but it offered little comfort. Fear gripped the villages as whispers spread about a massive army marching towards Georgia. Warriors from distant lands were answering Ghazi's call. Their numbers seemed endless, shaking the very ground beneath our feet. In the royal hall, King David Roman IV stood motionless, listening intently. He knew this wasn't just another battle to be fought. It was a defining moment for Georgia's survival. Looking towards those imposing mountains, he quietly vowed, "We fight for our home." Night descended upon the Georgian camp, fires illuminating a gathering of warriors from many peoples: Georgians, Kipchaks, Alans, and Frankish knights. We were outnumbered, significantly so, but stood united in our purpose. The glow of the flames reflected in determined faces. King David rode before us and raised his sword high. He demanded a choice, victory or death, emphasizing that retreat was unthinkable. We swore to block the mountain pass, refusing to yield an inch of our homeland. Kneeling, we touched the earth, pledging our lives in its defense. At dawn, our army moved through narrow valleys and dense forests near Didgori. David skillfully chose the battlefield, a place that would negate the enemy's numerical advantage. Hidden amongst the hills, Prince Demetrius commanded a waiting force, preparing for the storm. A small band of warriors rode towards the Seljuk camp under the guise of deserters seeking refuge. The enemy commanders welcomed them with open arms, already believing victory was assured. They underestimated our deception, a fatal mistake they would soon realize. In a heartbeat, arrows flew, and our warriors struck with swift precision at the enemy leaders. Chaos erupted instantly as confusion tore through their massive army like wildfire. The bold deception had worked, turning their confidence into disarray. Suddenly, horns echoed from the mountains, signaling the main assault. Frankish knights charged forward like iron lightning, crashing into the enemy's front lines, disrupting their formations. Archers panicked as our battle plan unfolded with brutal efficiency. King David led the right flank himself, while his son Demetrius struck from the opposite side. Our army closed like a giant trap, relentlessly squeezing the enemy lines. The impossible battle had begun, and we were determined to see it through. Enemy commanders fell wounded or dead as we relentlessly pressed our attack. Without leadership, their great army began to crumble. Fear spread faster than fire through the ranks, and desperation took hold. The valley filled with dust and cries as the Seljuk army finally turned to flee in disarray. Georgian cavalry pursued them across mountains and plains for days, ensuring their defeat. Our victory was overwhelming. 1 year later, Tbilisi was liberated, becoming the capital of a rising kingdom. Georgia entered its golden age, fueled by courage and determination. We had transformed a desperate defense into a legendary triumph. Every year, generations gathered to remember the day when courage defeated impossible odds at Didgori. The battle became a symbol of hope and resilience for all Georgians, and in the wind over those hills, the legend of King David the Builder lives forever.